I'd say basic map control on the CT side. I think Big will.
Yeah, that was a regression, a bizarre regression. I'm expecting to see something quite different here today from Apeks and Big. The desk leading Big Clan's way, is it similar, or is it safe to assume that you're feeling similarly?
I think it's going to be a 2-0.
Okay, okay.
2-0.
Well, it looks like 1xBet favors Big Clan as well. Tabson, Mantu, and Process walking down B. Could get interesting. How long has that smoke got left on it? Sense is considering it.
It's a flash available.
So is Satsanito. It would have to be one hell of a flash. They just flash mid. It's enough of a distraction. They avert their gaze. Not blind, but distracted. Own Molly on his toes. Got to back away. Senses the bomb. Got to get away. Routing now towards second mid.
Oh, look at it, Stiko. How much space can he get? He's in boiler room right now. Nork. Could be a bit of whack-a-mole off his head.
Oh,
it was Stiko.
You're right. Straight out of boiler and on a bit of a hot streak. That's Crimbo making a meal of his opportunity. A triple for Stiko.
That's the form that Nork is loving to see since the return of Martin. The Tractor picking up 3, could be 4. Process in a 1-on-3 situation. Back turned and...
Go on.
Yep, you've been spotted now. Almost.
There it is, Apeks. They will take that one. Sense trying to raise his voice, raise morale. I really like the way in which that aggression started for Big in terms of forcing that reaction out of them, taking the fight to the T's. But yeah, Stiko having absolutely none of it. Check this one out. Backs are turned, almost the same kind of treatment as the opening exchanges. This time it's Stiko, though, finding himself a nice multi.
Yeah, it was essentially a default spread on that pistol and Sense, the young gun. All right, well, he's wanting to make a bit of noise, leading the charge. Let's see if that can continue. And there was already a change. Apeks had to deal with some banana control, something that wasn't on the cards yesterday against Furia whatsoever. Sin, you better run. Tapped on down. A lick of damage as he played for info through boiler early. It's actually going to be a CT smoke dropped out half wall to slow down Sasanito, who had a great day at the office, taking banana control for free against the likes of the Brazilians.
And one of the many features we love about Big Clan is that they tend to be...
not on point with their utility.
No, that's exactly where I was going with that.
Statement.
Yeah, not as well drilled as other teams is what I was going to say.
Kind of a big deal because Tabson's job is to channel them into this A play, and well, by missing that smoke, Sasanito's been able to scale up a little bit closer. He will have to drop out smoke in play. And Jacob using this new little cubby, this boost. Oh, not going to wait.
No, he's fearless, as the desk was saying, and he's been punished for it. Double. Oh, dear. Deary me. Apeks looking for that second round conversion and a double on that CZ75.
Actually tried to run the same anti-eco yesterday.
And that looks like Sin's got himself another Big Clan. This could be 5 alive unless Stiko and Satsanito can right this ship, recover. Even just some damage, take these AKs away. There's one. Sin caught on the retreat. A double from Satsanito. He even brought Crimbo down to 10. That could have been enough for the round to be interesting. Loud though, and yeah, knife out. Stiko gets away from the spray. Mantu did not finish his meal, but oh, Stiko, a scorcher! As he's looking to completely recover this round, it was Crimbo with a masterful multi-kill. 3 under his belt. Stiko looking for his 3rd now, just to save Apeks' skin. And Crimbo does not have the health for this duel. This would be a huge back-to-back round from Stiko. Triple in the pistol. Could be a triple to save Apeks in the second. Crimbo giving it up.
Wow.
Oh, wow. After all of that, it's recovered. Mantu's going to be punching air as well. He didn't finish it with a knife out on Apps.
Yeah, and it's Sasanito who manages to get the double on the MAC-10 over towards B to make it all possible, right? Alleviating a lot of the pressure of the extra bodies.
And it was Tatsanito that got Crimbo to 10. Maybe he gives it a look in if that MAC-10 didn't adjust towards the coffins in time. It's one hell of a couple of rounds we've just had to start us off.
Yeah, brought back. Well, now brought in to bail them out of 2 back-to-back rounds that were out of control. This is what I'm mentioning. It's the same anti-eco, right? They were starved for space in banana. They go looking towards long with their rifles. They get denied.
This one.
That's huge. Yeah, and I said time at that moment. There's 12 seconds. And this is one of the, well, huge issues with Big. I want to avoid saying Big multiple times in a row. But yeah, the team, when they were up against Heroic, they tilted essentially, right? They were 6-1 up. They lost I think it was a 5-on-2 situation. The game got away from them at that point. They won one other round. And Heroic ended up being able to grab that spot in the top 16.
Is that somewhat of the kind of the story of Big, where they get so close to glory and there is sometimes a moment like that, a trip over your shoelaces? And
you do see the frustration starting to mount, and you saw it there, Tabson with the head tilt back, where 2 rounds into the game, they're obviously more than happy to show it. You see it with Godby from times. He can be elated, but he can also be looking somewhat depressed, and by losing that AK, the opening throws of round number 3, Nork will scoop that up. This round is very difficult for Big to contend with because the saved rifle's already removed. If I was Crimbo, would have felt the last round would have been a better crack at it.
Yeah, fair play, fair play. Didn't quite get anything out of it here. Single bullet could have found him that round. That's nice from Tatsunito. Very precise.
Good at this.
Yeah. Just slips out, takes the jewel, bit of housekeeping as well. And then Nork steps up. It's his turn, finds his first frag, clearing his corners diligently. Checks that boost, adjusts the spray. Process at least will punish the first. And he's the last one standing. Tatsunito's not going to let any retrieval take place. Myth are happy with that, and so should they. 3-0, starting off on their map pick well.
Okay, well, Big, I assume they're going to take an awful lot of banana control here. So having a look, Mantu doesn't tend to take the AWP over towards B and set up that often. So I think we'll see Crimbo assisting the likes of Process and Tabson to garner the banana control. Sin to try and anchor things down with the assistance of Mantu over towards A.
Yeah, now I have yet to fully adapt my game to Inferno CS2. This smoke, I understand, is one of the biggest shifts with the removal of the skyboxes.
Yeah, FaZe likes to use this as well. They even post Brokey up short side, throw a HE into it, and try and get a pick behind it when they force them back with that banana control, because they're essentially in a waiting room around T stairs. Over towards the chicken pit is Sense. Up and in towards the boiler room will be in combination for Steeko to get that boiler and halls control. And top banana, they're postured for now, so they've held on to some util of Crimbo to flash and fight. What's the go? What will be the tell from Sasanito? That'll be the actual real estate I believe Apeks should be fighting for.
He's on his own right now. That incendiary does not spread. Misplay or by design? Isolating him if they're aware. They were. Process. Good flick back. Finds the head of Tatsunito. Opening pick and built upon it by Mantu. Doesn't nail the second. Goes for the quickscope re-peek. And so Jacob, one back for Apeks. It could be a second here. Jacob.
Made it in.
Here's those steps. He's not going to clear. And Crimbo set up for the 4v2. Gets the pick. Nork on the bomb. Process push behind that smoke. And yeah, it's only Nork now. Nice pick off Tabson. Catches Steeko walking around towards Arch side.
And they know where Nork is. Those steps were heard from Process, who was deep down banana towards Broom. So Nork might just be hoping for the save of the AK. First gun round, Big. Profit. Will they be able to pick up the AWP for Mantu? That's the biggest question. Jacob discussing, Mantu not looking too shabby over there at Blast. Had some good performances. So you would like to get the AWP for your sniper. And Tabson has been able to collect that. So there will be enough money for a buy. Apeks with the loss bonus have 4 players who should have rifles in their hands. It's just going to be Sense operating with something a little bit lighter. Nork can drop him across an SMG. But this is the adjustment from Process. So Molly not spreading. Sasanito thought he had found a safe haven, maybe having the jump on that banana aggression. But it was not to be the case, and then Jacob baited in. Sasanito a little bit frustrated with that one, knowing he had that opportunity to find the opening towards banana. But this is, again, the difference from yesterday. It was a walk in the park against Fury and banana. He could take it whenever he wanted, however he wanted. They really never took control.
Expecting it to be a bit different today. And Mantu, we sing his praises.
Jacob's going to push forward.
Oh. I mean, it costs him his life. Jacob's still taking down the AWP, but that's a big scalp to post. Mantu kept humble.
You're shaking your head if you're Mantu. Like, really, mate? That's the risk you're going to take. Well, removing the AWP is big information for Apeks to work with. Crimbo alongside Sin, again, having to deal with holes and short.
Not burning that smoke early. Happy to hold on to it and just jump spot for now. It's Crimbo next to be tested. Smokes off Arch side. Now flying blind with brackets control. Apeks got some serious control now. We got Sense and Steeko working on short. And damn, another clean headshot from Steeko.
Yeah, looking crispy is Steeko here today.
I bet he did his warm-up routine.
Teaching you all at home and showing us all in the server right now. Sense has got an awful lot of space for that three-quarter smoke. And Stiko, wow, this time not able to connect the dots. Crimbo. Quite in transition, and tabs him with one through the smoke. This
all
is
on process.
back and forth.
Yeah, here comes Satsanito. He knows what's up. That smoke implies. Ooh, Satsanito dips behind the smoke. Maybe can focus on CT. They know he's new box. Nork fired off one shot. Process trying to delay, trying to survive. There's still 30 seconds in this round, and Satsanito has been found. A missed shot. That's the end of it. Surely Nork's a dead man. Yeah, gets a second chance. Process didn't find it instantly, but that will be Big Clan's round.
God be. I'm not sure if he was happy with that one or not. So a bit of a huff and a puff, but also giving the massage of the shoulders to the in-game leader, tabseN. Been along this journey on and off with tabseN for some time. I remember back at Pro League when we were over in Brazil in the early days, that NRG roster, I think it was with Fugly, PTR, Legia, Goffy, tabseN.
Oh gosh, that's a throwback.
You and I were on the desk back in those days.
Okay, if you could be coached by any of the coaches currently coaching in Counter-Strike, who would you choose?
Oh wow, you've really put me on the spot.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to have a think. Do I have to give the answer right this second?
By the end of the series.
By the end of the series, okay.
Yeah. I've got a short list. There's like, I have a top 3. And Satsanito's Glock is going to do a little bit of damage, chipping away at Mantu. It would be a real shame to lose him the first opening death this time around, and it's not going to happen. Crimbo showing no fear up against these pistols. They're all just pushing, fragging, shooting each other, having a good time as this equalizing third comes in for Big.
I do like them showing a bit of variation, and I know it is against the lighter buy, and it could be risky being aggressive against just pistols. But the fact that they've used that smoke twice now, once they've not really done anything, just blocked with it, the other they've used it to push on down and be a little bit more of a jarring force for Apeks. That's something they'll need to keep in mind even when the guns are out. And speaking of the guns, they are back out for Apeks. So will there be a change of direction, maybe something more direct?
I'll give you my answer now. Probably Ronick, actually, if I now have thought about it.
Oh, I feel so bad for the kid. Whoever's idea it was to put him in as the coach of Astralis, even just to install... That was such a terrible idea.
LOL. Smoke's in. It really is just a necessity. And you almost always have someone on that spawn, right?
Look at this.
I like it.
Eco's
not ready for this one, is he? Absolutely not. He was lining up for the pre-aim onto Apps.
And he should be out of here.
Job done. Mission accomplished. That's such a nice little burst of CT aggression. Crimbo finding his 8th frag and cutting down Stiko, the highest flyer on this T side for Apeks.
Now they should be able to reset. They don't need to completely turtle up.
I like this from Jacob, though. He's taking a little bit of a individual investigation of mid, knowing Crimbo went towards App side, expecting perhaps a teammate to be supporting him, and so this gap seized, mid control taken, sets, clears, takes down Crimbo. Now they at least have full Apps control.
Sin's under a lot of pressure. Because of this Jacob crawl around long, he's not going to find any resistance until tabseN runs in maybe noisily.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't have the bomb, but they could have the site. He actually nades his own smoke, swings late. tabseN's caught that Jacob crawl, so that's a huge find. Traded by Nork, and he doubles up into the pit. Lovely find from Nork. Should have the site now. Bomb just about arriving towards apartments now, and it looks like Process has seen enough. So who am I giving the extra firm pat on the back for in that one? Is it the Nork double? Most likely.
Well, Big stayed active even after the opening kill. They had hedged over towards B, and they were trying to fortify Banana, and that's where the gap manifested. Yeah. That's where Jacob was able to take a bit of space. I think you need to give credit to the likes of Sense for finding that kill onto Crimbo. He could have completely reset. They could have gone to a site crossfire. They could have dropped all the way back, but trying to be cheeky with it. And around the corner, Sense, crosshair in the perfect place to rip his head off. But I think it's Nork catching tabseN off guard and seems frustrated, but should have known that was a possibility.
Yeah,
they had left all the space. It was a passive setup on A. It was one pit towards the bike position, and it was one in Apps, so they had foregone all mid control essentially.
Right.
Can be the in-game leader brain.
Well, yeah, and that's where you do want to give Jacob a little bit of a shout out as well for that awareness and that knee-jerk reaction. We talk about his fearless nature. Well, walking up mid on your own with no trade potential in a numbers disadvantage, you do have to take those kind of risks, and he did.
I am just questioning the need to go with the 3 Banana. I guess they wanted to have some piece of real estate.
Sure.
But it will come back to bite big in the arse. Is a tactical timeout called Mitha on the mic. And he's got a bit of motor mouth, so clear instructions. Maybe not happy the fact that Crimbo was able to find that gap early. It didn't manifest in a round win, but it also gives Gob an opportunity to have a bit of a chit-chat too. And there is more than enough money for a big buy. The AWP still carried across, rifles for everybody else, and full belts of utility, plenty of defuse kits. So both teams fully functioning for round number 8. Had the opportunity to talk to Apeks today, a map that he loves and a map that Vitality have had with the last 3 rosters an 80% win rate on. I was, just watching the demo, actually this demo, getting to just talk through maybe, what Fury were doing wrong, and we found an awful lot of things, but just getting to hear him talk about this map and some of the new... He's not giving me everything, of course, right? He's actually just giving me...
He gave you something, right?
Some base level stuff, so it was good to hear, but Banana Control on top of the plate.
Oh, Tabson, he just holds down mouse 1. I can't quite believe he gets away. It's not a guarantee, and out. Okay, nade damage onto Nork as well. Little bonus. Every nade worth recovering, picking up that incendiary. And floating back the whole... They're giving up B, Chad. I
don't mind this gamble.
Is this where something that, kind of VP would be happy with?
I just think, considering the pressure and the gaps that, exist towards A, Sense, that's beautiful.
He's done well with that. He's done very well. They are starting to magnetize towards the wide open bomb site, though.
Now that they have the stack, they still feel that the pressure's coming, so they're not re-aggressing. And unfortunately for them, they've given up all the territory. The positive is Big can just sit on A and save again.
Sure, and and another positive is that Sense's frag has won them around for the boys of Apeks.
Almost back-to-back.
Yeah.
It is scary for Big, considering the save because of the position of Sense. The fact he's so close, they might want to unleash a few of the individuals to try and hunt this down, knowing that they haven't leaked through middle. They could be playing through halls aggressively. We'll catch this again. You get it from Sense's perspective, just over the cusp of that smoke, catching Mantu unawares. And that was one of the keys. So they had thrown that top mid smoke in play. The one that lands in the mouth of middle. Oh, that's not very good drawing, is it, Chad? But we could see, yeah, it lands right here if we stay on this screen.
Yeah.
Which means that they can walk through the smoke and go short and long, right? So the defense was split and that gap existed because of the 3 banana. And it wasn't necessarily exploited, but it's always something that the defense on A needs to keep in mind. And the A site has been nerfed somewhat. You can't do the one-ways in the pit with the smoke in the same way. Graveyard is nerfed.
Yeah.
Balcony is not as juicy as it used to be. So there's a lot of pressure on Sin towards pit. And the fact that they're split up with one long, one short, and they're not even able to play together or off of each other. But the saves, Big by again. And loss bonus for them starting to build. So 2,400 will be going into the next. We might see more of the same if they continue to lose control of the sites early. Deep mid smoke in play. Banana Control. This time just with 2 players, Tabson and Process. Tabson ahead of the half wall. And the deep smoke. Bit of a time delay. Tabson's ahead of this car molly, so he's not too fearful. Obviously lacks the support, but ready for a fight that might catch them off guard. And Mantu this time needs to hit one.
Could be good. Income very low, 36. Got brackets. Another nade. This time Sense catches a load of damage. So Apeks, they are walking wonky. Sin trying to delay, smokes off the apartments. He does reveal his position from that trajectory though. Happy to play this headshot angle. Crimbo hiding out Coldzera. Satanito on his walk solo up towards B, just investigating what's being given. They've got 40 seconds for this one, and Mantu will eventually triumph up against Sense for that opening. 38 gets uncomfortable for the T side now. Mantu re-aggressing into the orb. Yeah, that's an equalizer from Nork. They're going to try and give it a shake of the stick bomb on Nork's back. Satanito still knocking on B. They try and fake this out. Oh, that kill could have sold it so well. The util from Stiko, he's trying to still pull a defender, but they're not moving anywhere. They're not moving an inch, not budging. And so it is just going to become down to 14 seconds, lads. You got to go now. Nade again. Sin low, but comfortable. 1 left on this one. Crimbo will find it, and the crossfires paying dividends.
Okay, well, this time not over-rotating, not gambling on a side, just sticking to their guns. Starting in a bit more of a traditional once upon a time 2 3 shots to alleviate that early pressure that Apeks were trying to apply. Second timeout called within this first half for Apeks. You can see harassing Sin's position, forcing him towards headshot, but unable to capitalize on top of that. We didn't see where the top banana smoke was thrown from. I have a sneak.
What do you suspect?
Well, I was keeping track of the smokes, or at least I thought I was. Was it thrown from Crimbo in the A site?
That wouldn't surprise me. But he was cold. I mean, unless he...
Because they'd used the 2 smokes from the banana players to block. I understand utility can be dropped, but they started 3A.
Oh, and we saw that weird trajectory, the one that kind of just dropped straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah, sus. Yeah, okay.
I don't think we can get that.
No, but if any of you internet investigators want to give Chad an answer, please
Tell me
do.
I'm wrong. Please do. You love to do that on the internet. It's my favorite thing.
Hey, you know, there are a couple of missing helmets on 3 members of Big, and I'm seeing Tech 9 and a Mac 10 could be a factor. Just wanted to highlight it now.
Delaying the default, Stico has to respect that. Oh, a quick move from him.
Stara would be proud. No.
Parkour.
Precision onto the ledge.
So they have slowed down the default to get in the boiler and holes control in. Speaking of that, 2 individuals towards the end of the apartments. Stico doesn't have anybody to double swing with. It'll just be on his lonesome.
Ooh, that's enough.
Yeah, got plenty of information, but
no, it's not.
Actually, just showing a little bit of leg is more than enough to get the space. They respect it.
Ooh, and they lose sense on a jiggle out. That's a big one back, and Jacob, he needs to do more with the loss of Stico. Slowed down by the flames, flashed off. This is great reaction from Big Clan. It almost feels like they walked straight into their trap. A molly and a flash combined with a double swing and just GG, round done.
That one feels good, and the fact that they could get on the same page to understand they both wanted to swing and fight short and trap them in that position, right? You know, a lot of the times you could have just sat back and done more of a passive crossfire, but they catch them coming up short as a collective, and I think that's why Godby's so happy.
Yeah, here, look at this. Just different elevations, hard to peak angles, and yeah, that looked really nice. I mean, that's probably exactly how they've been drilling it in the scrims. God, hyping the boys up when that works as wonderfully as that. Jacob, gonna catch Prof. Could have caught Process off guard there. We all know how that one goes, just aiming through the wall, anticipating the angle, Process ahead of it, hard to recap.
It's just look at how big are changing the channeling of this round, and they've done similar things aggressively when they know that the low buys are out for Apeks. So you can see they molly deep from middle and 2 down banana deep. Oh, come on, man.
2. Yeah, shoot it, Process.
That should have been a freebie, and Gob's having a giggle.
I mean, it's kind of mad, yeah.
But they had turned Banana into this longer corridor that kind of connected out here and towards middle because of the smoke that, I can draw the...
You could have.
It's all right. Wait, can we go back? Here we go. That landed here, right, that smoke. So it just created a longer corridor. And again, they're running on eco, so they're farming it, but just coming up with different ways to take that map control.
And I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's just, it's kind of been rare that aggression has been the answer in these kind of anti-ecos.
Oh,
lovely. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, well, Gold saw what happened.
Yeah.
Vindication for Mr. Process.
1500 or 100. Yeah, thanks very much.
But Mantu wants a kill, Alex, and we know that they're the most important.
Hey!
Just snatched away. Oh, well, Big have been able to take the lead 6-5 as we go into the last round of the first half. They've done a great job of turning this around. They didn't win the pistol, so it's been a lot of hard work done through the gun rounds, forcing Apeks down to ecos. Denying the plants has been key in a lot of these rounds as well. And to trying the aggression that Crimbo got away with.
Eco could be down again. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. Forced to watch instantaneously yet again. This time an AWPer. Finding that opening, and Big, I mean, as you just highlighted, in the absence of a pistol, to be leaving with 7 is going to be one hell of a feather in their cap. I say that, let's not speak too soon. One hell of a flashbang, a dink on Nork. Process has done damage, but the main event is going to be Thompson's survival. Sin rotates through.
With you two. Sin can try and block here, throw a flash into pool, do something to stall this out.
Great load of space for Mantiv. He's really just stretching his legs, calling mid-quiet. Could be misinformation given sense maneuvering now towards the long path into apps. There's no way Mantu's stuck around.
It looks like Apeks have decided to reset. So they apply all that pressure, they force the smoke out of the B defense, and they've reset. They knew they couldn't beat that rotation, but they forced it anyway. And Crimbo, this one's dicey. Sasanito not in banana. Does that tell Big that they should rotate?
Most definitely now. It's going to be a hard one for Sin, but last round he'll give it everything he's got.
I'm still in limbo, but apparently that information more than enough for them to drop all the way back. Giving up the site completely.
And Jacob's catching a lovely window of opportunity here. Thompson sticking around. If he finds Jacob, game on. Tames the spray.
York's low.
That's the bomb. Two of them low, 15 points of health between two members of this three-man unit. Gets across with the bomb. Tabson playing for the retake. Mantu and Sin need to get their wiggle on back to the site, and this is where Tatsunito activates.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, really irritating for Big. Put into the box by Apeks. He starts his crawl.
Might get all three.
He certainly could. And if he has some trigger discipline here, he's got them all in his sights. Tatsunito, a round winner with style and pizzazz. Doesn't want to reveal himself until absolutely necessary. That'll do nicely. Nice reaction out of Mantu. He did the damage though. Nork, oh, we'd have liked to see some.
Gotta get on it.
And no one's on the defuse. That's an Apeks round. Gotta be happy with that one. A great recovery given the opening pick out of Mantu. 6-6, first map, and it's all for that advancement. Big Clan Apeks split down the middle in our first map's first half. It has been up and down, bit of a roller coaster of an Inferno so far. Pistol and the absence of it managing to go wonderfully in Big Clan's favor, finding 6 rounds in the absence of a pistol. Solid on the defense, taking now to the T side.
And I think Apeks need to thank Stiko for a couple of big bailout rounds in the early stages of that half. Now we're looking at 5 sets of Kevlar for Apeks. That means no defuse kit. We might see something aggressive. 4 players heading over towards mid quite quickly. They might just run down the guts, and they will.
Yeah, okay, so aggression from the CTs. This was quite vogue towards the end of Go. Sense has found Sin, catches that second mid walk up and alerts Big Clan to the aggressions. Now pushing off the flash, Mantu sets them up for these fights and it's looking fantastic for Big Clan. Careful now, Crimbo handles it with the last few in the clip. Backing away, surely, Sense. You've got to find a frag, I understand, but he's getting hunted, getting run down, the whole squad gunning for him. What's he supposed to do? Headshots required, not looking likely for Sense. He gave it a good go. He gave it everything he could. Stiko has rotated through, but he's got 4 up against him. I even see 2 smokes still in the Big Clan mix.
Yeah, I don't think so, Stiko. You've had some very nice rounds so far, but I don't expect you to pick this one up. I did like the little detail as they're running into the site, chasing down Sense, though, just making sure that the players towards the front, knowing they have the number advantage, can just jump, right? Creating those horrible angles to have to deal with. Yes, that was very good,
boys.
That was very good.
You are sick.
I think the thing that I'd be most impressed with if I got B there is the aggression came and they quickly discussed how they were going to react with the flash coming over and the peeking together. Yeah. Because you're under pressure in that moment and you need to be able to put the pieces in the right place or they're just going to keep fighting with those USPs. So the opening pick goes in Apex's favor, but Big react splendidly off gets.
So good.
Oh, the anti-eco and the full eco for Apeks. So not opting for the force. And in a map like Inferno, where you have some of these tighter corridors, you can get out the SMGs, the MP9s, the 5.7s also very powerful at these type of ranges and have the smokes to the late. They're going to be going into the first gun round with lighter util. And that can tend to be a bit of an issue, right? We just have spoken about the need for banana control. You want to harass with the different layerings. There's so many different ways that you can take that banana control, but that means Apeks have a few choices. Do they go lighter in the weaponry department? Or do they go heavy on the rifles and not have that util to go for those opening gambits down banana? Waltzing into B, a completely empty bomb site, as we've seen the stack over towards the long side. Apeks have hoped was laid at the ready, but that's what happens on a full eco. You have to either gamble or try something aggressive. Now maybe just staying alive and not giving over $300 per head.
Yeah, I guess bar getting kills and recovering weapons and saving, is this like the next best thing for an eco in terms of not giving away some kill rewards?
Yeah. At the very, very bottom of the barrel, the CTs are going to get the round loss bonus regardless.
Yeah.
Not hamstrung the same as the Ts. And I guess as well, if they're thinking, hey, there's a Mac 10 or 2 in play. Oh, they are.
Oh, they are going
for a fight. Okay, trying to limit some of the investments. Hello. Yes.
Maybe not.
A leap of faith.
Hey, Sin's got to rebuy himself some armor and maybe even a weapon. No harm, no foul. Big Clan, they get that second round, so 8-6 the score reads. We're going to get the guns back out now, though, or rather out for the first time for Apeks into this second half. Going to be interested to see if we see more impactful rounds out of Stiko. He's tied with Satsanito at the top of the fragging charts.
Okay, so there was an incendiary donated from Stiko over towards the B defenders to try and get this control, and we can also see a smoke flying through the sky towards bottom of Banana. So they're getting donated a bit of util to help them on this side of the map. Tabson, that nade, very well placed. Sense feels the brunt of that, chunked down to 64.
So is that to be called for by Satsanito if he hears something?
Gonna have to be. He's ahead on his own.
Here it comes. Flash in. Satsanito does go and give it a swing. Takes down Tabson, sticking around for a second flash. Bravery. You've already got the pick, and now he's isolated, controlling the spray with Sid, and with 5 bullets left, he gets away with it. Clears him out, Stiko trades, maintains that advantage. For how long? Crimbo walking, punishing, and still Nork maintains their head above water, and their advantage still on Apex's board.
Process is playing behind this top banana smoke. We know that Sense is low. He's opting not to play in the side. So as this fades, I think Process has to keep searching. And Sense has completely given up the side. So Process is going to be able to get him for free. And the bigger issue with this rotation from Apeks over towards A is they're going to be blocked. Look, there's a smoke and 2 mollies that are in play. So they're being quite diligent. There goes one of the smokes. One of the mollies has already been burned. They are worried about a player sticking around. So this tell for Apeks, they can rotate in position. Jake him up banana, Nork and Sense through spawn.
Nade on the smoke. Process. Gotta choose his next engagement wisely. Couple of speculative shots through the smoke. Do connect onto Nork, but here comes the CT utility on that retake. Coming through CT and Banana. Taking fights. Multiple fronts. Process has been brought down. This feels impossible for Mantu. Already just sticking the bomb. 10-second defuse. Need Jacob to cover him. They find it. And you've got to be happy with that one, considering you completely abandoned the site. It gave Big Clan a way back in.
Oh, look at the face of God B.
Oh, man, it's like he just sucked a lemon.
Yeah, and Tabson also looking down the line. I don't love the way that they had played that post plant, but you can see that they thought that there was going to be a player closer towards the site. They expended a lot of utility just to get in. They're thinking, really? Nobody here towards B? So very diligent with the util to make sure they could get the bomb down in that 2v3 disadvantage. But then the way that they'd played it, it wasn't really together. Process taking fights on his own, didn't play off of his teammate.
I have to say,
he's got some attitude, doesn't he?
It's the fact that he is, you know, considered a very new name in this scene, to be wanting to look your opponents in the eyes. You know, some people want to keep their eyes locked on the monitor, never mind looking over it. It tells us something about him as a character.
Yeah, I like it. Well, this is a competition, right? And the most fun you can have is by making someone else feel miserable.
Precisely. That's why single players just don't quite hit.
Another great nade, this time on Jacob. Softening up the B defense again, but it's unconfirmed damage for now. 4 players will congregate in Banana with plenty of util for a B execute. Well placed smoke buys time for Sasanito to also rotate over, but knocking on that door. Big have seen enough. We'll go back and try to pressure elsewhere. Crimbo's been in boiler this entire time, just listening for any sound cues, making sure no free information.
Not premature on the incendiary, but an indication as to how the setup may look here on A. Long a battle Sin looks to take. Avoids the majority of that HE damage. Not throwing that one out. Spray from Sin.
Is this a B split?
It could be. I mean, Satanito is in a position to contest this, but you know, careful with your knife out. He's rushing over here. There's a real blind spot for him as he tries to return to the site, and yet, completely caught out on the way back. Sin finds him. It's a nasty one for Satanito. 15 seconds, though. Sense could disrupt this. He's spotted Process, bit trigger happy, only 11 bullets. He's been brought down. It's a lovely 2-piece into the site, and Big Clan with a clean round for their 9th.
Did look dicey for a moment.
I mean, for sure.
But they've really timed that one well, Big.
Do you think that was the go right from being smoked off by Sense on top B, as in let's go take Arch, investigate, see what we get, and end up B?
It looked like it,
Wow.
and I think you were spot on with that incendiary from Nork on long side. As soon as he drops that out with one smoke coming down, it's telling, hey, maybe it's a little bit weak here. They're trying to block. They don't want us to come to this site. So they were able to pip the gap perfectly. Find a great timing and poised from Big. That can be very stressful. The likes of Sin and Process, this is still newer territory for them, even though they have been donning the big jersey for some time now. And, well, Crimbo as well, he's got that promotion a while ago. But I still expect some jitters. These aren't names. Like, we're still saying their names. It's like, it's still newer out of our mouths.
For real. But I suppose... Oh, damn.
Go back. I wanted to hear the call.
I love hearing Tamsin's calls. But what I was going to say... Reflecting on
the time, some of the names.
Yep.
It's all right, we can find another point.
Oh, but it was an interesting one. Interesting. How?
Might come back to you.
Yeah.
Apeks have burned their 3rd and final timeout. Is that interesting?
I'd say it is. Especially considering this was their pick, if I'm not mistaken.
No, precisely. And they were always going to be up against a tougher task. Furia yesterday. An abysmal showing on this very map, regardless of the 13-9 scoreline. Apeks are having to work a whole lot harder today. It's back?
Yeah, I got it.
Ding!
In terms of teams playing it so late, you know how kind of composed they were in that like 18 seconds real late hit. Maybe Big Clan, they are one of the few teams that it could suit, you know, the kind of Na'Vi-esque retro late clock in terms of the way in which they like to be quite diligent and controlled. Maybe, just maybe, that's something we get to see a bit more from the big clan boys.
It's just one of those moments is where if anything goes wrong, then you can lose the round, and they're a team who shows their frustrations a lot. So I'm not saying, you know, you're off the mark at all.
Oh, process, yeah. Didn't choose to pull the trigger, but loses his head. A nice and important trade back from tabseN. Smoked off. Only really up against one remaining threat in Stiko. He's not on the B site, so yeah, nade that smoke. You could be charging in right now and the round would be yours. However, they're not to know. Could be walking into a stack of pistols, as far as they know.
I think that HE just solves multiple problems. That AK not able to be retrieved now either.
Yeah, nice. 2 for 1.
Blew it back out of the remit. So Apeks have rotated over to try and fortify that rifle of Stiko joining the party. And you, wow, wanted to set up the boost, but they've got the perfect smokes down to deal with that over towards Coffins as well as CT. Both using the new mechanics to extend quite high. They're still taking their time as well. The half-life of these smokes, they are going to be starting to fade momentarily. 35 seconds in they come.
Stiko, we talked about that rifle. The only real hope for Apeks to find one here. Oh, and just as we say that, he gets completely bruised. Unable to provide anything left with 12 HP as they do look to back away.
I'll be feeling a bit hard done by. He only got spammed there because Jacob was popping the deagle through the smoke. So those bullets tracking for Stiko, trying to get out of dodge. Maybe seeing if they can find themselves another AK, but big moments away from securing 10 rounds. Just 3 more required to pick up map number 1. And we move on to Vertigo. Remember, this is for progression. You can find yourself in the top 16 of IEM Katowice 2024. To have Rebels versus M80. If you haven't been following the story of M80, they're currently without Manx. They have Def, the coach, once upon a time professional, played professional Valorant as well. Now the coach of the team having to stand in and fill that void. So things were never going to be easy for M80. The victory that they picked up was against Rooster. And they've been struggling in their matches down under as well. Back against the wall now for Apeks. We had just discussed that they had taken their 3rd and final time out of regulation. So with the save from Stiko, the eco from everybody else, Nork will get out his AWP. Rifles across, util there. Only 1 CT round to boast so far. So comfortable. So they get the car molly in, they take the space, they don't really feel too harassed by nades until now, and there'll be the extinguish from tabseN, still looking quite poised. Process continues the jaunt forward. Saw that one, didn't he?
Yeah, and it's a nice wide one from Jacob, makes it awkward for the T's. Sense gets away with murder on a second, even pre-firing for Mantu. Not far off the mark. 3 on 3. Norksorp. Next challenge, and yeah, that's a freebie. That was onto the bomb as well, so a wealth of information. Forces Sin and Crimbo to pull up their socks and get that bomb. Now, there is 60 seconds. Is it in their interest to cut noise, or is it now the opportunity, the window into that... Oh, a wide open B site now. What a pick. Through the smoke into the AWP's head. Uncomfortable retake. Stiko and Satsanito. This is a must-win round for Apeks. They're running out of opportunities.
They're quick, though. They're very fast. Already charging up Banana. Satsanito here is so fast. They're committed to the site, condemned almost.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead of this. And that's what Sin was expecting. A couple of scorcher headshots out of the young German. And it's Stiko with an opportunity to give it a look in. Flirting with opportunities. He's not got any time now. He's actually just going to have to try and back away, maintain.
Offered nothing either. They're not over-peaking, just one at triple, one's transitioned over towards Banana.
But those are the highlights that, you're going to be very happy with if you're, God B, you're seeing Sin's progression. Those were impact frags leading to 11 for you on your opponent's map pick.
And that's very frustrating if you're Nork, because that smoke seems so misleading. You think, how much is this really covering off as it's oscillating around? Sin just grabs a little bit of a glimpse. So catch this from his perspective. It looks like a wide open void to him. To Nork, didn't seem the same. And look at this, just jiggling around and hits a perfect shot. 2 bangers. And Nork was the last line of defense. That rotation came in quickly, and Mytha, well, the stress has been mounting. Now, really struggling. Stiko saved the M4 short. They need to get something done. Looks like they're hitting the go sign. Full banana control. No more of those games from Big.
Yeah, but where's the smoke? Jacob somehow not dead, fully flashed in the open, and his fingertips are sticking out.
Hello.
That's Anito. Yeah. He's been punished for that one. A gift of information for Mantu to progress.
2 kills have already transpired towards Banana, so you'd think at this point you can reset. If you're Big, you would be expecting more aggression or a gamble. So you can sit, wait, hold on to all the different possible pushes. If nothing comes your way for the next 20, maybe even 30 seconds, with all the utility you have, group up, clear out this banana control, and execute, because you have all the advantages in the world. You don't really need to overcook this.
Yeah, and is it in their interest just to park Crimbo in the apps with him there already? He'll be able to get that information. And yeah, maybe more than information. He's actually found Stiko in the boiler.
But there it is. They have to keep searching. They're down 2 players. They need some information, and it wasn't even done together. So Stiko searches on his own. They offer up another kill, and now in towards what should be a wide open bomb site. Big will continue to be diligent, and the kills keep coming. Crimbo up to 18. Another fight on his lonesome, looking the wrong way. Crimbo just about staying alive. Nork has the AWP. He can't win a 1-on-5. I don't think even if he wanted to, he's in the complete wrong side of the map. He's already being hunted. Sin here to help cover some of these gaps.
I don't think he even has enough bullets to kill all 5 of them.
As soon as he gives up his position for one, the bomb's only halfway gone. They will hunt him down. Now they'll spring into action. Mantu slips in right behind him. And Nork's going to sniff this one out.
Ooh, just evades Mantu's gaze. May not be the case. And yeah, down goes the orb. Mytha feels the impending loss on their pick.
Yeah, you get the roller coaster of emotions from both of these teams, don't you? But we've seen some highs and some lows from Big, and looking like he's got a big smile on his face now. God be extremely happy with that. The buyback in, that full investment, absolutely dismantled. Nothing that Apeks are throwing at them is landing right now, and just 1 round away. Should be able to putt this one in when you look at Apex's buy. Shotgun for Jacob, a couple of Famises, a 5.7 for Sense, and just 1 rifle for Sasanito. If Big continue what they're up to, continue just to go through their paces, use these good protocols, their good understanding of what the layering of utility could possibly mean, should be seeing them grab 13 and quickly move on towards Vertigo.
God, I like that we got a little glimpse of that Crimbo angle. Just showing, you know, that's the kind of gameplay sometimes you want out of your players when you're 12-7 up. Just holding on to the potential aggressions.
Beautiful.
And wow, Cork Tatsanito pushing bedroom. This 2-man apps forward press achieves nothing, but concedes an opener. Process already ahead of this smoke. Just tucked in. Jacob admittedly does have the perfect weapon for the job should they run in willy-nilly. However, it is Big Clan we're talking about.
And understanding any pressure towards B likely forces a rotation, which it has done. Nork's come over to greet Sense. Oh, they're pushing out, so the bomb's in Banana. This could still go wrong.
It works perfectly if Mantu baits, though. He doesn't, but he can swing to react, and now Nork's back is turned. Process will take them both, and it seems like a convincing one to finish.
Where would we be without Stiko's bailout rounds early in that first half?
Yeah.
Could have been a blowout. Great performance here from Big. Just 1 kill to find. Going to finish off on Jacob's side, and that's going to be it. Process. He removes him, and Stiko, well, the man that we just mentioned who had that impact.
I mean, what a dream kill spread as well. To have Crimbo up at the top of the scoreboard, but it's right there. It's Process, Sin, Tabson, all, you know, within a couple of frags of one another. It's a team effort across the board, and down goes Stiko. 1-0 in the series, heading for the top 16 are Big. A single map is all they need now, and we'll get to see some Germans in that group stage.